What's poppin', dogs? Mr. Allen here with some ASVAB test prep. We got tons of examples coming at you here. Remember that it is all non-calc. Let's get after it. Let's dive right in. Points X and Y are on segment AB. And if AX is greater than BY, then which statement must be true? Well, I've drawn up one scenario here where AX is clearly bigger than BY, but it's not the only scenario. I've got two more for you. So here, AX is still bigger than BY. We just have them spaced out a little bit more. Got one more. So once again, AX is still larger than BY, but this time these guys are flip-flop compared to the first green one. So now let's work through these answer choices here, and if it doesn't work in one of them, we can cross it out. So the first one here says AY is less than BY. AY is smaller? Well, it's clearly bigger than the first one. Take A out. How about B? AX is less than BX. Is AX ever less than BX? Well, AX is bigger than BX here, so we can't guarantee that. B is out. C says that AY plus BX is larger than AB. Well, here AY and BX would end up being bigger than AB. So let's check the next scenario. AY, and then we have BX. Again, that's going to add up to larger than AB. But in our last one here, I have AY plus BX. There would be that little bit of gap right there. It would end up shrinking there and be smaller than AB, so C cannot be the choice. It's got to be D, but let's show it. Well, AY here is greater than BX. Here we've got AY is, once again, larger than BX. And in the last one here, I've got AY, once again, still larger than BX. So our choice here is D. That's dope. A little process of elimination, working through each one of those scenarios. I think the pictures help. That one was kind of challenging, though. That was definitely a little bit challenging. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Deuces. If segment AB is parallel to segment DE, and angle B is 65 degrees and angle C is 33 degrees, we got to find the measure of angle D. Well, first thing I'm going to do is extend this line right here because it's parallel to AB. I'm going to see some corresponding angles that form here, giving me 65 degrees for this bad boy right here. Now I can inch my way closer to angle D. This guy right here, that's going to be supplementary to 65, so it is 105. They got to add to 180. Now I have 33 and 105 here in this triangle, and I know that a triangle adds to 180. Well, this is going to give me 148 degrees, and then I can get this angle right next to the one I want by doing 180 minus 148 to give me 32 degrees. And now I can get the angle right next to that by doing 180 minus 32, which we already know is 148. So my choice here is A. That's awesome. America. Deuces, dogs. Half the cube of 4 is, well, if I'm going to find out what half of that is, I better find out what 4 cubed is. 4 cubed is 64. You can do 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 gives you that 64. Now, what's half of that? It's going to be 32, bro. That's going to be answer D. That's dope. We're done. That's awesome. Deuces. If it takes 2 minutes to fill your gas tank 2/3 full, how long does it take to fill it all the way up? Well, 2 minutes gives me 2/3 of a tank. Would that mean that 1 minute would give me 1/3 of a tank? Well, does it seem like I'm going backwards? I'm not going backwards, bro. 1 minute for 1/3. How many thirds are in a full tank? There's 3 thirds in a full tank. 3 times 1 gives me 3 minutes here, man. The choice is D. And that's dope. We got that full tank. We're ready to cruise, baby. Square root of 400 equals x squared. What is x? Well, first off, let's do the square root of 400. That's going to give me 20 here is equal to x squared. So to solve for x now, I'm going to have to square root on both sides. Well, square root of 20, I don't see square root of 20 here, right? I need to break this thing down with a factor tree. So I'm going to have 2 and 10, and I'm going to have 2 and 5. Now, the way that we simplify this is I take the pairs, and when you have a pair, you can take that out of the square root, and it comes out as just a 2, and then we have square root of 5. Boom, there it is, man. B is my answer. That's awesome. That is super dope. Side A of a square measures 4 inches. What is the length of the diagonal? Well, if the side measures 4, all sides are going to measure 4, right? It's a square. We want to know what's the length of this diagonal. Well, I currently have a right triangle in here. Now, there's 2 options of how to do this. One, we can hit it with some Pythag, bro. So I'm going to have 4 squared plus 4 squared. That's 16 plus 16 is 32 equals x squared. And I'm going to square root on both sides. I'm going to break this thing down to 2 and 16. What's the square root of 16? It is 4. So I'm going to have 4 square root 2 for my final answer here. That's choice A. Now, there is a quicker way to do that. This is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. And my leg times root 2 would give me my hypotenuse. Not everybody remembers that one. So Pythag for the win. That's dope. See you guys later. 10% of 10% of 100 is, we got percents on percents, man. Well, I'm thinking first here, I'm going to find out what 10% of 100 is. That is 10. Now, what's 10% of that 10? It is 1, so my choice is A here. Dang, man, that wasn't too bad. It was a little scary when we had the double percents going on, but we handled it like a boss. A for America, deuces. Convert 36% to a fraction. Well, percent just means per 100. So I would have 36 divided by 100. But that answer choice isn't there. I got to reduce this bad boy. Now, these are both divisible by 2, but are they divisible by a larger number? What about 4? 36 is divisible by 4, which is 9, and 100 is divisible by 4, which is 25. Look at that, man. Choice C, baby. I can't reduce that any further, and my answer is right there. C, that is awesome. See you guys later. Angle A is 3 times its supplement, angle B. What is the measurement of angle A? Well, I know that angle A and B, if they are supplementary, need to add up to 180 degrees. And I also know that angle A is 3 times larger than its supplement. So angle A is equal to 3 times its supplement. Perhaps from here, we could solve for one of these two angles. I can actually substitute in 3B right here for A and have 3B plus B is equal to 180. So I have 4B, and I get B equals 45 degrees. But that's not what I want here, right? I want angle A. So I got to find the supplement of that because they are supplementary. And I'm going to have 180 minus 45. That gives me 135. That answer choice is B right there. B is our choice for the measure of angle A. That's a little confusing. But hey, there we go. Boom diggity. We done. The fourth root of 256 is, well, first off, you can also have this notated in this way with a little square root with a little 4 in there for a fourth root. So be familiar with this notation as well. It's a little bit difficult to take the fourth root of something without a calculator, but the fourth root is equivalent to taking the square root twice. Well, what's the square root of 256? That is 16. And what's the square root of 16? That is just 4. Boom, there my answer is. It is A. That's awesome. I hope you guys very much enjoyed the fourth root here. Equivalent to 2 square roots. That's dope, man. That's super dope.